my daughter's Christmas dinner comment. Why do immigrants at this table have the most faith in America? We go ahead every Christmas there. We used to have a whole prior to on 2019 and prior, we always had a ton of friends over for Christmas, and we'll have the big dinners and everybody bring their stuff. And it was like a great, great time. 30, 40. At one time, we actually had like near 60 something people and, different foods from all over, etc. On 2019, my mother-in-law got a stroke on Christmas Day at our big feast with everybody coming in and giving stuff and all of that. And it's never been the same since. After her stroke, 30 days later, my daughter got a stroke. And a year and a half later, my daughter got a second stroke. Christmases for the last 5 years have been horrendous for all practical purposes. I had a horrendous 5 years with all kinds of things going wrong. Lost my best friend to a massive stroke. It was a crazy time over the last 5 years. So this was the first year that we had Christmas at my place, and we had a small one. It was 4 couples and my daughter, 9 of us. And a few was from Jamaica, a few were from Panama, a few were from here, the United States. It was about a third, somewhere around there. And we were talking politics as usual about Donald Trump, etc. And, after myself and a friend from Jamaica started to talk about what we hope to do and how, we are intent, even as Trump is the president, we are going to work hard to make sure things continue to get better. Out of the blue, my daughter just said, around this table, there are several immigrants. Why is it that you all have the most hope in America? And she's my daughter. She's a half Panamanian, half American, and she has lived, in high school in her community here, college in several environments, etc. And she just said, I noticed that all over. Immigrants are the ones who always have this great hope that you can change America, that America is going to get better and better every time. What's the evidence for that? And after she said that, well, Beyonce was on the halftime, so they all got up and left. And Norman, my buddy from Jamaica, looked at me and said, did you hear your daughter? He's from Jamaica. And I'm like, yeah. He said, that is profound. What is it that you think she meant by that? I said, she meant her lived experiences. And in her mind, as a millennial, she has a viewpoint from the time she was birthed. Because again, remember, we came here in the 80s and things where we still had a thinking country. We still had a progressive country, a country getting more progressive until Ronald Reagan started the decline. And I'm like, she came after that. So all she have seen in her lifetime is an America in constant decline. Professor Richard Wolff came out with Capitalism Hits the Fan, and he showed where we have been living on borrowed time, and he gave the numbers to show all of that. And I'm saying that's all she's lived, Norman. That's all she's lived. But it's on us. It is on us not to make the mistakes of what the baby boomers have done to the Gen Xers and the Gen Xers. The older Gen Xers are complicit as well, but to the Gen Xers and to the millennials and to the Gen Zs, we have wronged them. We have elected a whole bunch of selfish thugs into these offices that pretty much made their lives hell. That's what we have done. And it's on us to move forward. It's on us to show millennials like my daughter that it's not about hope. You don't have hope. You make results. You don't depend on hope. I hope things get better. I make things get better. You go out there and fight to make things get better. So for those of you who are sitting back there and saying, well, Trump is president again, do you think that's going to deter me from trying to do what's right, for trying to make sure people are aware, from trying to make sure people know what's happening? Hell no. Whether on the radio, on the internet, on emails, or whether I have to walk around in a car with pieces of paper like the muckrackers did back in the early 1900s, we will not cede this country to the billionaires. We will not cede this country to anyone whose sole intent is to make us indentured servants. Because we're pretty damn close right now. When you look at the separation of the amount of money that we have relative to the wealthy in this country, we've already begun indentured servitude. Every year it gets a little bit deeper. By the time you realize you're an indentured servant, it'd be too late if you're not aware of it now. And that's my goal. My goal is to let us know we can do something about it, even with the criminal in chief that we have that will be running this country effective January 20th. All those executive orders are coming down January 20th. They're just executive orders. They've not been passed by Congress. We have to live through hell for a little bit, but we have to survive.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.